This is at a school that I delivered my talk to last year. And I found out the story about this yellow hat. That hat is 15 years old and it's got writing all inside of it. It's disgusting. It's never been washed. That is not a part of the school uniform. What happened about 15 years ago, a kid just started it. He got that yellow brim hat, he put the school crest on it, and he started wearing it. And the reason being is that student felt out of place. That student felt he was not academic and he was not athletic. So he was a square peg in a round hole. And he thought to himself, well, if I'm not athletic and if I'm not an academic, well, what am I? And he discovered very quickly, and he accepted that he was different, and he discovered his passion very quickly was, you know what, I don't belong on the sporting field, I belong on the sidelines, cheering on my best mates as they play the other schools. That's my place. So he took it upon himself to get that hat from Lowe's or whatever it was, put the school crest on it and wore it. And every game he was determined. He was determined, and he was at every single game that school played. And he'd start leading them in chants. Come on, you can do it. Whatever the school song was. And then the next week or two went by and there were more students that gathered around. After they finished their sporting team, he grew a little crowd. And by the end of the year, so many students would gather. And he would start leading them in school chants, the war cry, everything. A giant crowd would form. And what happened is he took his hat off, wrote his name, and gave it to a student in year 11 at the end of the year and said, this is yours now. And so for the whole year, that grade 11er did it when he was in year 12, and then it came to the end, he took it off, gave it to another student. And then it got passed down again, and then again, and then again. 15 years. It is not determined by the teachers. It is only determined by the students. Now, there's a plaque dedicated to each student who ever wore that hat. In 2007, the first student was me. It says my name, Seamus Evans. And the reason why I share this story now is, again, not to say, hey, look at what I did at my old school, but to say, look at what you can do. Look at the power that you have. Failed every subject, was in the worst team of every sporting event. Now there's a plaque, a legacy, a tradition, a culture that surrounds that hat. It's now split into two, and it's now a glorified role. I say, look at what you can do. If you look inside of yourself and you accept yourself for who you are, you become confident in yourself, discover your passion, and you chase it with absolute determination. Build those resilience, overcome your adversity. You will not only change your life, but you will impact the lives of others and the people around you and your community far greater than you ever thought was possible.